In this profound article, Peter May, titled Fine-Tuning of the Universe, quotes atheist Richard Dawkins, who correctly stated a major problem that arose out of the secular study of universal physics. Secular study, published in the technical journals. He said, physicists have calculated that if the laws and constants of physics had been even slightly different, the universe would not have developed in such a way that life would have been impossible. And that's his quote, and that is verified by some of our most brilliant scholars. This mystery has become known as the Goldilocks Enigma, because the universe appears to be just right for us in the same way. Let me just illustrate. You remember the fairy tale story of Goldilocks? She took a walk in the forest, and she came upon the bear's house. Well, they had gone out for a little walk themselves. First, she sat down in a chair. It was Papa Bear's chair, but it was too hard. Oh, she sat down in Mama Bear's chair, but it was too soft. Then she sat down in Baby Bear's chair, and it was just right. Okay, well, I smelled something. Oh, they have lunch. So she got over to Papa Bear's porridge, and it was too, okay. Oh, went to Mama Bear's porridge, it was too, went to Baby Bear's porridge, and it was just right. So she ate it all. She ate it, time for a nap, went upstairs. So there were 3 beds. So she took the first one, that was Papa Bear's bed. She lay down on it, and it was too, okay. Went to Mama Bear's bed, it was too, went to Baby Bear's bed, just right. The whole universe is like that. Let me show you. Not just a general concept. We try to give you real answers. And there's Goldilocks. Mark gets these illustrations for me. Let's give Mark a hand. He does such a wonderful job. I write the thing and I send it to Mark and say, Mark, illustrate it. Boy, he comes back with beautiful illustrations. You'll see more. Well, he first sent me a young lady grinning, and I thought, no, we want a kid. So he got this one. Here's Goldilocks curtsying. Okay, I like that. All right, there's Goldilocks. Things are just right. So how just right? How just right? Atheist Dawkins commented, as ever, the theist's answer is deeply unsatisfying. Really? Now we're theists. That means there's a God. Because it leaves the existence of God unexplained. Now watch, and we're going to take him up on his challenge. He challenges, and he's very good at that. He's a very capable spokesman. A God capable of calculating the Goldilocks values. Okay, Richard, we're listening. Seriously. Would have to be at least as improbable as the finely tuned combination of numbers itself. And that is very improbable indeed. I agree, unless that Creator showed up and did it again. Every single day of the creation was repeated in the life and actions of a man named Jesus. Do I have your attention? Amen. Can you stay a little longer? Amen. Now, what I just said would be profound if it could be proved. Hang with me. He is left marveling at the number of people, and Peter May writes this about Richard Dawkins. He's left marveling at the number of people who seem genuinely satisfied by what he calls irreverently the divine knob twiddler argument. Setting the dials. Well, but Richard, we accept your gauntlet. As he crudely puts it, that's all right. We respect you. Let us then revisit the argument, even from the secular viewpoint, for the universe to exist as it does and allow intelligent life to exist. Peter May's going on now. It requires an astonishing series of coincidences to have occurred. Stephen Hawking, one of the world's most brilliant minds of our generation, suggested that it's like a horde of monkeys hammering away on typewriters and by pure chance eventually producing one of Shakespeare's sonnets. But it's even more complicated than that, as we're going to see in a moment. The remarkable fact is that the values of these numbers seem to have been very finely adjusted to make possible the development of life, or the appearance of life, and they're still using a long age scenario, but that's all right for them. It seems clear that there are relatively few ranges of values for the numbers that would allow the development of any form of intelligent life. Most sets of values would give rise to universes that, although they might be very beautiful, would contain no one able to wonder at their beauty. And that's Stephen Hawking. Physicist Paul Davies estimated that, now let me show you how fine-tuned it really is. Whoever is this creator really had precision for physicist Paul Davies, and he works in quantum algebra, one of the only handful of people capable of intellectually embracing that, estimated that for electromagnetism, a change of only 1 part in 10 to the power of 40 would have spelled disaster to stars like our sun, thereby precluding the existence of planets. Just electromagnetism itself varying so slightly, 1 part in 10 to the 40th.